Recently, I was picking my nose. In my opinion, eating your boogers is a necessary part of opening your mind to the esoteric secrets of the world. And along with nose picking, I do have another hobby. I am a gamer, and I was playing a game by Obsidian Entertainment called The Outer Worlds. I really like Obsidian, not because I probably haven't really even played any of the games aside from Fallout New Vegas. And I thought that was a very fun game. It was about Hadrool and Hadroolian dialectics, and I understand this joke. I've used it in the past two videos. It's getting a little stale, but it's just a segue to talk about The Outer Worlds, a game which is very stale, more than my jokes. So what is this Outer Worlds? What is it about? Why have I decided, as an illustrious and genius scientific mind, decided to talk about this game? Well, let me explain the plot of The Outer Worlds. In The Outer Worlds, humanity has gone into space, and already you might be saying that's a little unrealistic. First off, it's not real space, okay? I had a t-shirt in elementary school. It was called "I Need My Space." No one gave it to me. Why would they give humans space in the future? Why? What would we have to believe about that? As a scientist, I don't understand. But anyway, so your ship veered off of the space track, and then Pickle Rick had to revive you. And basically, the conflict is that in the future, corporations have taken over all of society. It's like this late stage capitalistic hellscape. So what do they do? There's nothing interesting here. They don't do anything interesting. So what happens is resources are going down. We're running out of resources to sustain our world, our existence, and the choices to make between saving the elite few and sacrificing the lives of the many, or reviving the scientists on board your ship, the Pickle Rickers, united in a union of, I can't say that on YouTube. And this is the central conflict of the video game. And to be honest, the importance, why am I telling you this? You might be asking. That game's boring. This is one of the most boring games ever created. So why would I be talking about this in my video? Well, it's because later on I was taking a poop around 9:30 p.m. The poop, it was a healthy poop, a little discolored, I will say, but I need to eat a balanced breakfast. But the reason I am bringing this up, the reason I am talking about this game, is I realize that the story can be boiled down to basically a real-world analog. It's like we have climate change, we have like the disaster of natural resources, and it's being mismanaged by capitalism. Our world is being mismanaged by capitalism. But the thing is, we need the right kinds of people in. We need the right kinds of people, and that's like the reform. This is socialism. And I think this is kind of what socialism has become to the mainstream masses. This is the anti-capitalist story in a nutshell. We need smarter, better people to rationally allocate resources. But I mean, that's not really socialism, and that's also not really science. Science is about magic, right? That's the origins. I am a scientist, therefore I am a wizard. Socialism is about abolishing the capitalist system, not about like putting a smart person in charge of pushing buttons. And I think it's kind of sad when you realize it in many ways. That's what's happened. It's been captured. I was thinking about woke capital, and I came to this realization because I was also thinking about based capital. It's mere man opposite. I was talking to a reactionary singer, a popular reactionary thinker of the reactionary thinking world, about based capitalism. And I told him how Burger King, because of based capitalism, in the next 5 years was going to rebrand as a fascistic burger place. And he got really mad at me. And I don't really know why he got so mad. Does he hate the Whopper? What did the Whopper do to him? Was it moldy? I'm not sure. And that kind of thinking made me come to the realization that similarly, socialism has been destroyed by woke capitalism. It's been captured and contained by the system. In the same way, monarchism will be sold to us with a Kirkland signature label on it. And to use a second example, a second illustrative phenomenon of what I'm talking about, I'd like to turn to the Bernie Sanders campaign for presidency. You know, the Bernie Sanders campaign largely was built around the idea that he was a socialist. And what was socialism of Bernie Sanders? It was free healthcare and free college. And the immediate thing that goes through my head is, what does this have to do with Lemonade Oceans? As everyone knows, Charles Fourier was the inventor of socialism, and he talked about how halos would form around the Earth, melting the Antarctic ice caps, unearthing Hyperborea, and allowing us to farm in our native habitats. And he also talked about how the ice melting, underneath the ice is yellow snow. What is yellow snow? It's lemonade. And the oceans would be flooded with lemon water and become lemonade oceans. And this would allow sea travel. You wouldn't need water anymore. And I'm not making any of this up. You can read it in his book, The Theory of the Four Movements. And the thing is, how does Bernie Sanders' campaign in any way relate to these ideas? I don't understand. As a scientist, I am at a loss of understanding of what free college or free healthcare, how that even would affect the capitalist system in a substantial way, let alone allow us to drink lemonade. And a lot of people might say that this is stupid. Why are you talking about lemonade oceans? But look, guys, this morning I froze some lemonade, I put some extra sugar on it, I ate frozen lemonade. It was delicious. Could you imagine a world like that? That would be utopia. And that was what Charles Fourier was talking about. And all that's just to say that I don't understand the accusations of socialism. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist in modern times. No one believes in lemonade except for me. I and George Soros, who is my progenitor, are the only true socialists, and George Fitzhugh, who is his progenitor. You know, my name is also George. It's very interesting if you think about it.